Good evening. It's an honor and a privilege to be here tonight to accept this amazing award on behalf of the program. I'm just a little smidgen. Coach Kuzo over here is the big iceberg underneath. But I'd like to thank the Suffolk County Hall of Fame and Chris Vaccaro for this wonderful evening and this inductee. I'd like to thank Pete Mallory and his staff for all his support. I heard some great coaches here tonight and players talk about support, and Pete has done a great job supporting the boys lacrosse program. So thank you, Mr. Mallory. I'd also like to thank all the former players and some of the alums that are here tonight for being here and supporting us, and that all their contributions over the years means a tremendous amount. And it's really a brotherhood that's been created from Coach Kuzo and Coach Martens. You really do bleed green and gold after you play for this guy. I'm trying to, uphold the tradition of excellence that Coach Kuzo, bestowed upon me and for the future boys lacrosse players that come through Ward Melville. So thank you, Coach. I'd also like to thank all the former and current coaches, Coach Weeks, Coach Hoppy, Coach Betcher. So many coaches that, they were recruiting guys out of the junior high, throwing a stick in their hand, doing army marches as we're running. And, everyone still talks about it to this day. They've had a huge impact on our program, so I'd like to thank them as well. I'd really like to thank our community as well because, we get the guys when they're old, but the moms and the dads out there that put in the tireless hours in our youth program really gets these kids primed and fueled for when they get up to us. So I'd also like to thank them for their time and efforts. I'd also like to thank Will Gray. He's our team historian. He's over in the back there. Will, can you stand up? Will, chronicles the history of Ward Melville. He's at most of our games. He has an email chain that he keeps all the alums up to date with all the current stats and where the boys lacrosse program is currently. And I think it's a pretty unique thing that goes around the country. So, Will, unbelievable job. Thank you for all you do. I'd also like to thank my two assistant coaches. One is here. This is Chris Muscarella. And Chris Murphy. Chris Murphy had to be at his daughter's singing recital. She's the lead, so he couldn't be here. But without those two guys, I wouldn't be here accepting this award. It's like having two Division I college coaches at my side that help, support, and challenge me on a regular basis. And I think that, the proof has been in the pudding the last couple of years. So I'm truly thankful for their help and support. And the last one I'd like to thank is my wife. Without her, wouldn't be able to do all these great things. And last but not least, I'd like to introduce the godfather of lacrosse, Joe Kuzo, everybody.
When we set out to build a program, we set out to build a family and a tradition. I don't know, it must be the Italian in us guy, where family is so important. I look out here and I see a lot of players that played for us. In fact, we have a player out there who graduated in 1973, came all the way back from Baltimore to celebrate with us tonight, And that means a lot, and that shows how much the program means to our ex-players. It's not just being a lacrosse player, it's being part of a very special family and a very special tradition. Without tradition, I don't think we would be where we are. Without a feeling of family and togetherness and supporting one another, and I've got your back, I don't think we would have had the success that we had. When I started the program, never did I dream where it would go. I was just happy doing something that I love to do, and when you give your whole life and passion to something, it's contagious, and other people, other kids, they understand that, and they catch that, and they want to be part of that. So I want to thank Chris Vaccaro and the Suffolk Hall of Fame for honoring our program. It's deeply meaningful to us. Thank you.